Basement Bookers Podcast.
What's up? It's your boys, the Basement Bookers Podcast, brother. And this is Basement Chair, the current reigning defending Basement Chair. Don't run. I'm just letting you guys know there's a title for when we guess things because except for NXT, we're to talk Clash the Castles next week, but still we're gonna do predictions for that. It just means I guess better than him. And this man right here is my brother from another brother, Rich The Riz, the most rizzest, baldest man. Before Rich The Riz regales us with tales of adventure and fancy things, let me tell you what's on the docket for today. We're going to talk about NXT mostly because NXT Battleground is this coming Sunday, June 9th, from the the UFC Performance Center, I think it's called, whatever.
UFC something.
The UFC something, which I believe was the inspiration for the Performance Center. I don't know, maybe.
Probably. UFC Apex is what
the
they call
Apex, which is the highest point.
Right. It's in Enterprise, Nevada.
That's right. The longitude. Do you know how I know the difference between longitude and latitude?
Longitude is long.
That's longitude, but latitude, ladder. Up. Ladder, latitude. And when you put the ladder down, it's long.
That's right.
So, all right. So it's going to be NXT. We're going to talk Battleground. We're going to talk, of course, about what occurred on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown specifically. Before we get into that, I just want to say I'm working on the webcam issue. It's not a glitch in the matrix in which I'm flickering about, but things just been a little bit crazy. But now that's not the point. Rich The Riz, it's your turn. It's your time. Now you are here.
I am, and honestly,
you were here already. But
I'm always honest with the Basic Book verse, and I've kind of avoided talking about it. But for the first time in a long time, I watched all the most relevant shows this week: Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and Dynamite.
Wow.
Yeah, and I gotta say,
are you gonna be okay?
NXT is kind of rough to watch.
I finished watching it today. I guess let's not waste any time then, since that seems to be on your mind. What didn't you like about NXT? And I just want to ask, is this a preview of what your actual opinion is?
Thanks for nothing. Go yourselves. I think that
is that
probably yes, because honestly, everyone on the internet says that to someone. But the short version of it is Tony Khan has taught us that one or two people added to the roster will not save your show.
Wow.
That's my quick assessment of NXT. The caveat, of course, is it is still, despite being televised, it is still WWE developmental, and so I should sort of give them some grace. Not Ariana Grace, definitely Jordan Grace.
Not yours to give.
Correct. Right.
I had to do it. They're out there.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Right. Just give them a little grace. Give them some leeway. Cut them some slack. They're learning. They're working with what they've been given. Thea Hale is still incredibly energetic. Just turn it down.
They got their own learning tree, Rich The Riz.
The learning tree. I saw
Spears.
Right. So Sean Spears over there. Jericho is golden, I gotta say. But back to NXT. Before we're gonna talk about the learning tree.
That, yeah.
All right. The first match listed here on the Wikipedia for. Am I getting ahead of you? Because I know usually
I thought we were talking about what you didn't like about NXT first.
What I didn't like. Okay.
That's it's good to point out what it was that led you to that, not just the general adding one or two people, which I guess would be like Ethan Page, who's the actual permanent residence.
Right.
Jordan Grace is a guest star.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, so last week it was Ethan Page and Jordan Grace showing up that made me want to start watching again. The things I don't like is I still don't like Roxanne's character.
Okay.
Um, I appreciate the effort that she's putting out there. I think maybe if she can perform better than she is, I hope she doesn't drop. I mean, not for nothing, I hope she doesn't drop title because I don't think I like the idea of a TNA contracted talent. I mean, that's just old school like Vince thinking, but a TNA talent shouldn't have a WWE title.
You mentioned that
Yeah.
last week,
Hmm.
and like I thought about it, I saw where you were coming from, but I think if the caveat is, and like I guess the argument you could make is one stage is bigger than the other,
Hmm.
but I would say because like she's got an open challenge, Jordan Grace does coming up at their next show.
Right.
So I think personally, if she doesn't win, which it's likely, I don't want to spoil my pick, but if she doesn't win,
Hmm.
then it'll be through shenanigans. It has to be. You have to protect another champion.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. You know, if she does everything but win and it's out of her control, because I don't think they would go into this without being respectful. Like you
Hmm.
you just mentioned that Vince isn't there, so we don't have to worry about things like that.
Right.
Um, I personally think that Roxanne needs to be humbled.
Hmm.
And if it comes in the form of Jordan Grace, then I'm fine with it because she can always get the belt back at their show,
Yeah.
beat them at their house.
Hmm.
And I get it. Her beating Roxanne, it's not like she's beating Liv Morgan on Monday Night Raw. She's beating Liv Morgan. That she's beating the Liv Morgan of NXT. She's beating Roxanne Perez. And sorry, no disrespect to the Liv Hards out there. Um, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. I just look at the stage. It's not like it's a Raw or SmackDown title. The NXT
Hmm.
Championship is important, but I don't think it'll break the meta. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just my opinion. So I think either way we'll be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like just Jordan just being there would be interesting. I do think honestly that
Because you
if
don't even
Jordan,
like Roxanne, you said.
right. Right, and
So
I like Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace is just believable. Period.
basically it's a win-win for you.
It kind of
It
is.
doesn't matter, right? Like
Right.
you get the match, and I think I'm looking more. That's the match where I'm like, this finish could be very interesting.
Hmm.
Everything else, it's like, just standard, as we go through it, it's not, but there's the X factor is this person from another company comes in and
Hmm.
fights the champion.
Right. So I mean, that match is definitely gonna have probably as many eyeballs on it as Trick versus Ethan.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely more interested. No disrespect to Trick and Ethan. I
Hmm.
didn't mind the segments I saw with Trick. Also, RIP Lash Trick Connection. She wants to focus on the
Hmm.
NXT North American champion, trying to become the first.
Hmm.
I think she's a great talker. And she's got like she's an athlete.
Hmm.
I don't I haven't seen enough of her matches to be like, but I'm not a Dave Meltzer guy that like, gives a shit. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like if I like you, I like you.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's how I grade it. So
Yeah.
I
Lash.
can't make picks now, but I was just letting you know about the segment
Right.
that I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
That was
Lash definitely has a strong character. She has stuck with that character like her whole time in NXT so far. It hasn't changed much, and it's not a character that really needs to change a lot.
no, not
It's
really.
like, yeah, it's a character that for her makes sense and works.
She's loud and obnoxious
Right.
with like some flavor in it.
Yeah.
And you saw that later in that little like pre 6-man tag thing that they had. I found it funny that Fallon Henley's talking about finally she could go out there by herself and then not have to carry anybody in tag matches.
Mhm.
And that Ava makes a 6-man tag.
Mhm.
Like, she should have been feeling more disrespect. It's like, I just said, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
Mhm. Yeah. She should go up to her and be like,
Hmm.
"Did you hear what I said?"
What'd you think about Dempsey and the mirror? You talking to me? Do a taxi driver? He's a Robert De Niro over here. Like,
Mhm.
what's going on? I think it's nice that they're giving him some kind of like, because he's Regal's kid, so he's
Mhm.
got the chops.
Mhm.
Maybe he's telling him, look, you got to stand out more. You might
Mhm.
need to do some fun things. It's not enough to be a great wrestler. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
like
It's sports entertainment.
yeah, I remember initially cringing when they were doing the Regal Tajiri comedy stuff.
Yeah,
You
but
remember that?
that was
But it
golden
was
later.
it was so good. Like I had to let go of Regal just being this serious heel that'll just do anything to win, with the brass knucks.
Power of the
And
punch.
right, to office comedy guy. It's
Drinking that
okay.
tea that Jericho made.
Right.
Jericho tea.
Man,
Um,
Jericho T.
what else with I lost track with after the 6-man. Um,
You
but
you mentioned Dempsey. Mhm.
yeah, Dempsey, right. So those guys, like, I don't like the fact that the family has the Heritage Cup, so I feel like that's going to change.
Yeah.
Eventually Dempsey will get it back.
Mhm.
It's time to get some winning done.
Mhm.
Um, Also, well wishes to Noam Dar and what's the other guy? In
Oro Menza.
Metaphor, Oro
Oro
Mensa.
Menza.
Is he a genius or that's just his last name? I don't know.
I mean, both could be true.
Both could be true. He could be hiding his power level.
Mhm.
Indeed. But what is Ethan Page's contract? Like talking about that it's the end of the whoop that prick era or something? Like, what does that mean? Like, what's in the contract that
Yeah, during the contract
Abe's
segment,
like, no, I can't because of something it says.
right? Like all it was is he gets his first match is against Trick at the premium live event.
Yeah. Wow. Riveting. Riveting stuff there. I mean, we all but assumed that it
Mhm.
would be a title match, I thought, right?
It is.
So
So
good. Good.
it had to be. You don't go after the champ and then be like, "Nah, I don't want it to be for the title."
Nah, that's all right. The Chase University, man, they always got drama. Now
Mhm.
that RidgeWallet.com, no
Mhm.
relation, Ridge Wallet is in the in the mix, he's in there.
Mhm.
They don't like it. Duke Hudson and other guy, generic man. He doesn't like it, you know,
Mhm.
and Thea's paying for it
Yep.
because of their immaturity. But Chase is holding it together somehow. He's just trying to keep on moving. He's a guy that gives people chances.
Mhm.
He feels like a real teacher, like he
Ridge.
might be.
Yeah, I think Ridge should just enroll already.
I think you should like why just go all the way.
Mhm.
It doesn't all have to be some weird like, oh, you remind me of my daughter, Thea kind of thing, like
Very creepy.
yeah, I wasn't saying it's creepy or anything, but like maybe I don't know. You probably yeah,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not Rich said it. I didn't do it. This
I
isn't
did
my
not.
I didn't do anything. I was just saying that's what he said like a week ago
Oh,
or something.
Ridge.
Yeah,
I missed that
Ridge
line.
Wallet.
I missed that line. How did I miss that line? I might have blocked it out because it's so creepy.
Yeah.
Potentially creepy.
So anyway, let's get on with it then, because maybe we'll remember some more stuff as we talk about the matches intelligently. Sorry, future Dare, but these things happen and we're good here. So, match number one, according to Wikipedia, we have the NXT Battleground battle for the first ever. I don't know why, like right now you guys can't see me. You could only see these fine athletes in the picture here. But it will be Meechin. It will be Lash Legend. It will be Jordan. Wait, Kalani Jordan. I almost reversed it. It will be Jada. It will be Soul. And it will be Fallon Henley. And only one. By the way, they have to qualify through combines. So you know it's the best they have to offer. And they are battling for the NXT Women's North American Championship, the inaugural North American champion, which makes this a huge deal. At the end of the 6-man, it looks like Soul has the momentum heading in to the Apex Center in Las Vegas. I disagree. I love Sol Ruka's finisher. If she did win, that would be great. But my theoretical basement dollars, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe that Basement Chair has chosen one Jada Parker to be the inaugural North American Women's Championship, the champion. Even.
Wow.
I mean, she told me, Chid, who would make her ass black and blue.
She did say that. I got to be honest. Looking at the women in this match, this is probably the toughest to call because I could realistically see anyone but
Do you need to see it?
Sol. No, I got it up here. So anyone but Sol Ruka or Jada Parker winning. Honestly, any of the other four. Like it's for me, it's essentially even money between Lash, Fallon, Meechin, and Kalani Jordan. Kalani Jordan, they
Runner
kind
up
of
for the breakout tournament.
yeah, they did that. They shined her up real nice. They gave her Dana Brooke, then they kicked Dana Brooke out. Kalani Jordan obviously still doing it. She has her own thing now. She's like Be Like Lonnie or whatever it was, which could work, right? Just make
Like
it
Be
feel a
Like
little
Mike.
make it feel more natural next time you say it, please.
Try it out.
Yeah, be like Lonnie. Just be like Lonnie. I like her. Like, of course, athletic background from gymnastics. She could easily win. Lash Legend has been pretty high profile since she hit the scene. Same deal. Super athletic former WNBA star. So she has the physical attributes. So does Fallon Henley. She's been there a while. She's been in a number of maybe not high profile, but up there storylines. And Meechin coming from SmackDown, kind of like give her something to do. I mean, maybe her and the OC walk out with belts. That could be a thing. But we'll talk about that later. So
I don't know, man. This is hard for you.
it is. Realistically any one of those. This is the thing about NXT and the North American title and the matches they put together for it. Like it's really anyone's ball game. I'm gonna pick here. I'm going Lash.
All right. Lash Legend for Rich The Riz here. Obviously, all in good fun. Basement dollars for basement dollar. Winner gets the pot, which will look like 6 basement dollars, I guess, but doesn't matter really. Speaking of, let's get to the most basement dollars, meaning this is a money match. Rich The Riz, this match is money. We have Jordan Grace, the current TNA women's knockouts champion. There's only one knockouts title. It's not like there's a men's knockouts. Why I say women's knockouts, but whatever. She's a knockout champion, and she's taking on Rich The Riz's least favorite NXT superstar, Roxanne Perez. She better be careful because Jordan Grace is really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Because Roxanne pushed Jordan and Jordan pushed Roxanne, and it was like the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
She was just on her ass and didn't know what to do.
Yep.
So,
Listen, we know Jordan Grace. We know her. I mean, presumably, if you're watching this podcast, you're part of the IWC. You know what Jordan Grace can do. She's a powerhouse.
Manny knows. He watches all the TNA, so
That's right, he
knows
does.
all that stuff.
Tweets it every week. Let's the
Every
world
week.
know.
He lets them all know, which is important. I do that too. Sometimes I let people know when I watch Raw because it's a rare occurrence where I'm actually like caught up because of the commercials and stuff like that. But needless to say, TNA's got huge fans, just like us. So
That's right.
we're equal there. That's why I'm going with Jordan Grace.
Wow.
Jordan Grace, I'm picking her because, I feel like she's going in there. She's going into hostile territory. She's trying to make a name for herself in the bigger world. And that's who I've got my basement dollar on.
All right. So my bet here, and I'm going to say this. I don't like how heavily they lean on the gimmick of Roxanne pulls one out. She stole one, right? But if Jordan Grace wins, it's going to be by DQ. But I'm going with Roxy here.
Oh my God.
It's probably going to be some sort of shenanigans. I'll bet it's going to be some TNA talent distracting or interfering or something because we need a ref bump, right?
I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong.
I would love to be wrong. Give it to Jordan. Do something different.
I want you to be wrong so bad.
I don't think they're going to think that quite that far out of the box for this one.
All righty. Wow. Finally, contention. Woo! 2 matches. Whoa. The exciting thing about NXT matches is like we could really go out there with like our guts.
Yeah.
Because there's so much basement dollars between us.
Right. And it's non-title.
That's right. Speaking of basement dollars, get your basement singles ready, y'all, because it's Lola Vice versus Shayna Baszler. Are they not wrestling in an octagon? Why are they not just fighting it out? Like, let's just go in there. Let's get cleared. And let's do a shoot, brother. Let's get in there. Let's get that UFC referee in there.
Herb Dean.
They both got experience.
Get Herb Dean.
Get Herb Dean.
We want Herb. We want Herb.
I mean, I'd be careful because Herb looks like he could fuck up
anyone.
Like actual NXT wrestlers.
Yeah.
So, you got to be careful there.
Listen, Herb Dean is a tough dude.
Dude, if Herb Dean one day became the United States champion, I'd be like, all right, that tracks. This makes sense to me.
Herb Dean knocks out Logan Paul. We want it.
I want Herb Dean versus Logan Paul for the United States Championship at SummerSlam in Cleveland, Ohio.
TKO. Dwayne, make it happen.
Let's go, The Rock. So for this match, that has nothing to do with what we said, but it does because we want it to be Herb Dean refereeing. Why am I talking about? It's going to be a regular match.
There's no reason they can't start it or like just have it in an octagon. They're at the UFC Apex.
Yeah, aren't they like they both have experience? I don't. But hey, I know there's got to be certain difficulties, because it's a little bit more snug in an MMA fight than it is in a wrestling match. You know what I mean?
And
these more snug.
These two have the MMA experience, and they're also professionals.
Yeah.
So they should know how to work it.
Well, what if the match ends in like one head kick? You're gonna have a lot of ground to cover.
I'm saying, they can gimmick it a little bit, right?
Oh, I was just playing the game, brother.
I hear you.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Like it certainly could end in a quick head kick. Have Holly Holm watching from ringside, right?
I think Valentina Shevchenko was on SmackDown.
She was. I don't know who she is. It's been a long time since I watched
She's a
UFC,
fighter.
unfortunately. I mean, I
Uh,
figured.
she's pretty good.
What about Joanna? She doing it? She still doing it? Joanna
I
champion?
I don't know. I know she's not that. But I don't know. I've lost track of her. But this match, Rich The Riz, who do you have here?
Yes.
I got Lola Vice. Personally, no reason to no reason in particular. Just she's great.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Lola as well.
Okay,
She
that's an
definitely,
excellent choice.
she definitely has the assets. And it won't hurt Shayna because like Shayna's still main roster and Shayna's still doing her thing, and a smaller percentage of people that are like super main roster loyal watch NXT.
Yeah, like that. I picked Lola Vice. Okay, storyline wise, Shayna needs another L to
Mhm,
continue the trajectory she's going because my prediction, and this cuts to Monday Night Raw, so we don't have to talk about that fully later.
mhm.
I think they've got something here because Natalia says enough is enough and it's time
It's
for a
time for a
change. To
change.
quote the late great Owen Hart to Sonya Deville.
Mhm,
So Sonya's been back there. She's trying to help Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, who I have dubbed Monday Night Raw top team.
mm,
So, like, imagine a team, a stable with Sonya Deville as captain or whatever,
mhm,
Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and
mhm,
Natalia. You got the experience from Natalia. You've got the MMA background of Shayna Baszler. Just think about the trainings, like sparring with each other, like new techniques. Like Natalia comes from a line of technical geniuses, right?
mhm,
And then Shayna Baszler's got her background. And then you got Zoe Stark, she's a fresh piece of clay,
mhm,
and to mold. And she's learned a little bit from Trish Stratus when they were doing their thing under that
mhm,
learning tree, particularly. So
mhm.
I'm thinking, come on, Monday Night Raw top team, baby. Like, let's make it
Or
happen.
the Neidhart Foundation.
That could work too. That could work too.
But
Yeah.
not for nothing. Natty's contract is coming up. She's still negotiating, but as I understand it, there are feelers from AEW. She
I,
might
hmm,
she might be really, really, really interested in working the Owen Hart Cup.
I think she should do it. I think she should do it, and I think she should win.
And not for nothing, if anything, right? Like honestly, I
Natalia
don't
would be the
think
best wrestler.
yeah,
Like, she'd be up there.
Nick Khan, hear me out. Nick Khan, Tony Khan, listen to me for a second.
Con men.
Just make it happen, right? Nick, sign Natty, let her work the Owen. Tony, have Natty win. Just do it. Do it
That would be something
for the
like,
family.
oof.
Do it for the family. Tony, you love the family that much, you respect the family that much. Do it for the family. Have this first real collaboration. WWE and AEW. Do it. It's
Get some
Natty.
WWAEW shirts going on here.
Yup. AEWWE.
Yeah, like just like at NXT, which I thought was pretty neat.
Yup.
Neat branding there.
Mhm.
So we together chosen Lola Vice. Let's head on to Meat Mountain here. On to the apex of Meat Mountain
Mhm.
of NXT. Oba Femi, my boy, my
Mhm.
champion. I always knew he was going to be the North American champion.
Yep.
Versus former North American champion. I'll fight anybody. I don't care if it's in a bathroom. Wesley. And of course, coffee. So,
Coffee.
coffee flavored coffee, the original coffee,
Mhm.
some might say. Is he
Yeah,
the
a cup of
eldest coffee though?
let me get a cup of Joe coffee.
That's right, Rich The Riz. And well, we don't have to guess here. I'm going Oba here all day. He's a man among children. Uh, he's like I feel like to me, he's their biggest star. honestly, like the ceiling is like way high for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could go, woo,
It is like Obafemi has a tremendous upside. Like he's still new, but like he's good for how new he is, right? This match, like this, I feel like people are counting out Joe Coffey, but I think given the fact that it is a triple threat, what they're gonna do. Here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna follow the new formula they've been doing, right? Joe
yeah,
Coffey has two guys that can help him. They're gonna help him, but that help is not gonna be enough.
no, because anything goes, baby, and Obafemi's a titan.
Right. Now, is it Wes, the North American Championship veteran, or is it Oba? I like Wes chasing. I don't know if Wes doesn't win this. I'm really not sure what he's going to do next. Is he going to face? Is he going to move on to the world title? I don't know, but I'm going to go with Oba as well. Just only basement bucks on the line, but I'm gonna keep it safe.
I think Wesley,
Hmm.
not to win, but if he lost, it'd be fine.
Hmm.
He would want to. He would want and probably work his ass off to try to get one-on-one with
Hmm.
Oba. Then you'll get your match there. But in a one-on-one situation, the math is not on Wesley's side.
Right.
So time will tell with that one.
Yeah. In a way, Wesley is a little like Roxy in that like he'll just pull one out. But all respect to Roxy, honestly, Wes is just crazy athletic. Like he can do things I've never seen anyone else do. Like
He's
he,
tough, dude. He just has
he
to be careful with his like, because he
life.
was out. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's a very risky style.
Yeah. He is he's a modern day high flying innovator.
Right.
So it's a little more believable for him to get a win out of nowhere than Roxy for me.
Yeah. And he's got the experience. He's been in a lot of high profile matches. He's been in
Hmm.
triple threat matches with big people.
Yep.
He's wrestled Dijak, so it's not like he's going in there.
I think he was in there with Dijak and Keith Lee.
There you go. So nonetheless, Rich The Riz, more gold.
Right.
More gold. Here it's a very there's only like one match without gold, and that's Shayna Baszler Lola Vice.
Yeah.
So more gold, and that's tag team gold. We have the goodest of brothers versus Nathan Frazier, his entrance is still better than he is, and Axiom. I was just joking. I like Nathan Frazier. I think he's really talented.
I,
Everybody is,
I was going
but
to say, did you just drop a hard hitting home truth?
oh my god, I did. So yeah, dude. Honestly, I think it's gonna be retained. I think I know, like you're thinking the Good Brothers might walk away with the belts. Michin have her belt, and then that actually feels like good momentum for them. But I don't think Michin's with them anymore because it's like I don't know, because like her and AJ, that thing, and then but the Good Brothers and AJ are okay. So I guess it's one of those like let's just gonna get under the radar here. Let's pretend no one's paying attention, guys. Let's just move on from that. Okay. Just
Yeah.
don't look too closely, okay? Pay no attention to the beautiful woman behind the curtain.
Right.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm giving it to Axiom and Frazier here. This is like a nice little test for them if they can beat veteran performers who wrestled around the world.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Good Brothers on this one. I think, Michin aside, the Good Brothers having titles makes AJ look more legit as if he needs it, right? But
yeah, right.
it adds that subtext of momentum to AJ in his storyline with Cody.
True that.
By the way,
Yeah.
just while we have that on SmackDown this week, I want to point out in case
Yes.
right. Feel free to insert here, right?
Okay.
Can you do that? Cool.
If I find it, yeah. But are you talking about the Nia Jax Michin
No, no, no,
spot?
no. The picture I sent.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. I'll put it in.
I'll tell you what it is now, so you can go back in time and fix it.
Okay.
So, backstage, like one of the first, we saw Cody Rhodes. We talking to Nick Aldis,
Okay.
and Nick's like, Cody, listen, that you can't be fighting in the parking lot. We got a big match coming up in like 2 weeks, whatever it is. Clash the Castle. In the background, you had, and I was like, why is Ric Flair on a WWE truck? He's got this deal with AEW, and then it clicked for me, and I sent you the screenshot, and
Yeah.
it said one image, two actual people, but all three faces, former NWA World Heavyweight Champions. So what they're doing, they're putting Cody in that sort of, they're showing him in that light. They're kind of reminding people without saying it that Cody has the same lineage as Flair and Dusty, besides obviously the genetics with Dusty. He's Dusty Rhodes' kid, by the way. Did you know that?
What? They don't
I
even
know.
look alike. Talking
Not at
about.
all. They don't talk the same. They don't look the same.
No, there's no way. Yeah, next you're gonna tell me Mercedes Moné and Sasha Banks are the same fucking person. Unbelievable. Look, the picture's up. It was up until now. I took it down. But like for the record, if you want if you send me something, you got to tell me you want it in the show. Like I
Sorry,
don't.
kind of just came up.
I know. I'm just saying, like for the future, just let me know. This way, it'll be right there, and it'll be easier. You know what I mean? It's fine.
Mhm.
That's easy too. They already saw it. It's there. I'm just saying, like, just tell me. It's okay. I got you.
Got you. Sorry, bro.
Just like for a show, and I'll
Mhm.
put it in.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So I hope we're right. So
Yeah.
moving on to more friendly basement dollars competition. The main event of the evening, of course, sees Trick Williams make an attempt to whoop that trick all ego Ethan Page, who's just Ethan Page, I believe, right now. June 9th, Rich The Riz. What's going on here? Who do you have?
I think now it's been a while. Like I said, it's been a while since I've actually watched NXT. I saw this week and last week. I'm
That's
not
all you need.
positive. Right. I don't know how long ago exactly Trick won the title. I think it might be a little early for Trick to drop it. I think Trick is going to retain. Trick is going to win the match, but as is deserved, he's going to make Ethan Page look really good.
I actually think it's going to be Ethan Page's job to make Trick look really good. You know, he's the veteran. He's got more experience, and I feel like that's part of the reason they brought him into the Performance Center,
Mm,
just like Spears. You
yeah.
know, these two guys. And I believe Ethan Page, like at AEW, he was doing stuff like that, like helping people
Mm,
and things like that. Him and QT, and I think
mm.
QT's back with AEW. I
QT
believe.
Marshall.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
so. I don't know. But Rich The Riz, since we're on the topic, I have Trick Williams to retain as
Nice.
well.
All
And that
right.
means
It's only,
winning.
yeah. It's only for base and bucks, but we both have Lola Vice, Obafemi, and Trick Williams in the Women's North American Title match inaugural. I have Lash Legend. Jer has Jada Parker. For the women's title, I got Roxy. Jer has Jordan Grace. And for the tag titles, I have the Good Brothers, and Jer has Axiom and Frazier. Who do you got for these matches? Let us know down below.
Good job, buddy. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's leave the Performance Center. Goddamn, bro. You don't need to flex on me, dog. We all know you got the power. I know you've been working out. I see the equipment, dog. Damn, shit.
It's
It's
behind that
behind the
door over there.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Rich, what do you want to talk about? What I want to talk about is
Ooh.
AEW. Why don't
Mm,
you, for once? Oh my God, this is unprecedented. It's been a long time since you've had to take us through an AEW show.
right.
I'm actually a little bit nervous now, but I believe in you.
Okay. Right off the top of my head, the single most entertaining thing on the show for me is the learning tree.
I figured you'd love that. Is it
It's
the for the world championship? Is that what he's calling it now? Or did they
I
not
think
mention that? Because he called that once and Taz got hot and he's like, no, it's not.
it was like reference just the one time, and honestly, until you just mentioned, I forgot he was the FTW champion. But I just think Jericho is he's
He's like
so
being
funny.
cringy polite.
Yeah, with the obvious fake smile and tone all the time.
I wish I knew who he was making fun of. I gotta wait for when this gimmick is over
Hmm.
and he explains it just like he's done with the other ones.
Hmm.
Um,
Jericho is like there's no doubt, absolutely, probably up there, top 5 of all time, because no one has reinvented themselves so successfully so many times. I don't think anyone has reinvented themselves so many times as Jericho. Jericho reinventing himself is up there with Big Show going through the revolving door of heel face, heel face.
yeah, former tag team champions with Chris Jericho, I
Fact.
believe.
Fact.
Yeah.
So
Um,
this is hilarious. Him and Big Bill, and I'm sorry, I forget the former ROH guy's name.
okay, I'm not good at remembering things.
All right.
I didn't get to
So
watch this week. Full disclosure for
yeah.
everyone.
Um. So they had a camera crew following the learning tree around. They interacted with Private Party. Jericho suggested that they shouldn't be a private party. They should be a public party and just invite everyone to
And
the
he did
party.
it like that, like he's on a PBS kids show.
Yep. Let me go through it here. I got
Maybe that's it.
mhm,
He's like it kind of reminds me of not as good because it's a different thing, but just bear with me.
mhm,
Like how Bray Wyatt is in the Firefly Funhouse. Like
mm,
it's like Jericho's like this if you watch Blues Clues, like the main character in there,
mhm.
like the guy there that's trying to like, you know, gosh golly, like that kind of guy.
Hi, kids.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's what he's doing kind of.
I love it. It's so cringe and it's so good. It
Does
is
he still
so
have
well done.
Judas for music?
He didn't come out.
Oh, I'm just
He
okay, so
did.
you okay, I gotta
Right.
look that up.
Right. So it showed him arrive, and they were talking to the cameraman on how to properly hold a camera.
Oh, like the
Jericho's
camera
like,
doesn't do it.
with more than 30 years in front of the camera here, I feel like I can give you some advice on how to better hold the camera. It was great. Um,
He should
moving.
do YouTube videos where he like teaches you how to do a thing, like a simple thing that's like how to tie a tie
Hmm.
with Chris Jericho, but really seriously. Like just like really being the character,
Hmm.
like like as if he doesn't know how to run like a YouTube. Like
Yeah.
he's gonna, like
Hmm.
do something like that.
Like a quick little OBS tutorial or something.
Something, yeah, anything.
They gave Menard and Parker some advice. They congratulated Parker. Oh, so he congratulated Parker on becoming a dad, or like about to become a dad.
He made an honest woman out of that Ruby Soho.
Right. And he's like, as a 3-time parent, I have some advice for you. What was it? I don't remember what it was. It doesn't matter. But like there was some like anagram, and it was like feed the kid, feed yourself, something like that. Whatever. Get them rest, activity, and then focus on yourself. Whatever it was. And
Did he
then
congratulate Matt Menard for replacing him on commentary for
he did.
Rampage?
He
Yeah,
did.
that's cool.
And then was the private party segment.
I gotta watch a Rampage with Daddy Magic on commentary and see if I don't throw up. Uh,
Mm. I remember the last time I watched a show and Daddy Magic was on commentary. He was just him.
that
Like
doesn't
he,
bother. That's why, because
yeah,
it's him.
yeah.
I didn't
He
like him
he
before. He's gonna
he.
talk about things that make his nipples hard.
Mm,
Like he'll
do
see a
not want.
move instead of what a maneuver. He's gonna be
Yeah.
like, "That made my nipples hard," or, but it's only gonna be he's gonna be very respectful. It's only gonna be during men's matches.
Hmm.
He's not gonna be rude.
So the opening segment on there, MJF came out, put everyone on notice. He's talking. He said he's not Jericho. He's not Moxie. He's not Cody.
How
He's
many
not.
WWE references?
So by the way, with all the
We're
WWE
just asking.
references, so he mentioned Cody,
Technically an AEW reference.
right?
You can get away with that.
So I looked something up after the first segment. There have been 8 unique AEW World Champions. Do you know how many of them have never been in WWE?
Okay. MJF.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. MJF. I got to go through the lineage there. Oh, Hangman
And
and Kenny.
yes,
That's it.
that's it.
Holy
Otherwise,
shit.
you got Jericho, Mox, Cody. I'm trying to remember
Bro,
offhand.
did you really think I was going to get all of them? Or were you like, he's going to miss one? I
No,
can't believe it.
no. I mean,
I actually had to,
they're
I struggled because it's been a
right.
while
The fact that
since
there were
Page's
only
been
3.
champion.
The fact that
Yeah.
there were only 3. Swerve. Who am I missing?
Oh, well, Swerve is, yeah, he's from WWE. That's right.
Yeah. Of course, Swerve was Ring of Honor before, but
Joe.
And Joe.
Yeah.
And Swerve is great.
I like Swerve. The
Swerve's
grannies
in the
love
meter.
Swerve. Did you see Prince Nana and Nana?
I did.
It's hilarious.
I love it.
I commented, I'm like, Prince Nana X Nana.
Mm-hmm. All right. So he MJF comes out. He berates Swerve a little bit, but he gives him props, right? Then he says,
As is
uh,
custom.
and he talks about Will Ospreay because Will Ospreay mentioned MJF. Ospreay
Taking a week
calls,
off, by the way. Relax.
that's
Relax,
right.
guys. It's a week.
Yeah. Ospreay's calling himself the best in the world, but last he checked, he's not Jericho, he's not Mox, he's not Cody, he's not Joe, he's not Bryan Danielson, he's not Kenny, he's not Adam Cole, Bebe, and he's not Tanahashi. And he hasn't beaten them, but MJF has.
Oh.
So there was a reason for the list. And, he says in only 5 years of national exposure, MJF has become the face of AEW TV. Facts. Creating some of the greatest moments and matches in the history of the sport. Roosh comes out, says while MJF was gone, he's been working hard. Now that he's back, now that MJF's back, he gets a big celebration. But where's his celebration? So they
Where
have
is it?
words. Right. They have words, yada, yada, this, that, the other. And Roosh charges the ring, and they brawl to a pull apart.
The reason is, Roosh, because nobody cares. To quote Sean Spears, tell me who Roosh is.
Yeah.
Who is Roosh outside of his accomplishments? Like we know you wrestled all over the world, held many golds. But who is Roosh? Who is he?
Who is Roosh?
Who? Why is him?
Right.
But yeah, he's great. I think he's great. I'm just fucking around, guys. Relax. Don't go in the comments, get mad at me. But yeah,
At Basement Chair.
it's an interesting first thing for MJF to do. Him and Roosh. Like that's the first match he's got coming.
I guess so.
I think he'd be after Adam Cole, but I guess Cole can't do anything still.
Yeah, Cole wasn't on, so I guess he's still hurt.
I gotta say that's like the worst thing. Like one of the worst like things that like in recent memory I can think of. You know how like the kids they say a glow up, whatever the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Like it's like I think they say like needs to be studied.
Cole, Adam Cole, Bebe in AEW, unfortunately, is like Samoa Joe in WWE.
Yeah, kinda.
It's
he's just not on commentary.
Right.
Just
the injuries got the better of him.
Yeah. And you feel for the guy, but
yeah. I mean, I feel terrible for Adam Cole. And honestly, I would love to have him on TV.
Yeah, I didn't mean to shrug. I just my shoulders, guys. Relax. I'm not saying so what. It's more like, and get well soon. But hey, he's married to Britt Baker. So
that's right.
Britt Baker, she's still there, right? Like I haven't seen her.
I think she's mainly in a backstage role now. Because remember, she said she wasn't interested. She doesn't need the title anymore, so she's just doing backstage stuff. Which save your body. It's smart.
All right.
And
Thought
it's
she was a
technically,
wrestler,
yeah, it's a second income anyway. She's a
Yeah,
dentist. All right,
that's
so
true.
next up we had a fatal four-way to determine the number one contender for the international title.
Hmm.
It was Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, Ray Phoenix, and Jay Lethal.
Oh,
Just
cool.
just those four names, this is going to be a good match. Phoenix pinned Lethal with an inside cradle, which was a counter to the figure four.
Oh, so that's gonna be a good one.
Mhm. So, and here's one thing I don't like about AEW. They kind of stack segments a bit much.
Oh yeah.
After the match, Trent and Don Callis come out. Trent gets in the ring with a chair. Orange Cassidy goes under the ring, grabs a chain. Callis backs Trent off. Chris Statlander comes out, gets between them, slaps Orange Cassidy, and that brings Willow out to run Stat off.
Oh shit.
Right.
So they're involving their angle.
Mhm.
It's cross-pollinating with the other angle, which is
Mhm.
kind of okay, I think.
It
Statlander's
is.
still with Hathaway, right? She's still with Stokely.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But like I get it, and I get that they're intertwined, but you don't need to stack the segment like that. It's a bit much. Break it up into two segments. Like
Okay.
have an altercation backstage, have Stat go up to Orange, whatever, then she slaps him, and then Willow comes in,
I
you
think
know?
it's better than not having them at all.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. What else they got going on? What's
So
going on with because I have a clip.
mhm.
I guess we could lead into that. Hope you can bring up Tony Storm. So let me show you. This happened it was before Dynamite, obviously.
Mhm.
And this is what led to Wednesday's thing, kinda.
Hello, Stardom. This is your AEW Women's World Champion and Stardom legend, timeless Tony Storm. Bosom, and this is my trusty protege and Stardom legend, Miss Mariah May. Mina-san! I see you've been at AEW when I've not been around, but I've been watching you. Oh, I've been watching you. You do not need to knock. You do not need to ring the doorbell, because I have opened the forbidden door, and I want you. But don't worry. Any friend of Mariah's is a friend of mine. I just want to see what kind of woman you really are.
お願いします。大人気 Oh, thank you, Tony Song. Huh? Tony Song, you want me? Everyone wants me. Oh, I'm so busy. I know. You are a legend. Recognize legend. Oh, but I can't recognize that. You are the best for Malaya. No. I am the first mentor of Malaya. And best friend and the best partner, right? So, I'm coming for you, Tony. Every time, everywhere.
Sorry, fucking I turned up the fan. It's a little
Yeah, I mean, much like Mina, I'm coming for Tony. Anyway, get yourself someone that looks at you the way
Storm.
Mariah May looks at Tony Storm.
That's right.
Yes.
So that lady mentored Mariah May first.
Mm.
And better partner. There's a lot going on. Rich,
Right.
tell us about the AEW side of things. with that.
Also, Tony should have referred to it as her Forbidden Door. But anyway, so on the AEW side of things, there was a match this week. Let me get to. I should have pulled that up, but I was distracted by. So Saraya attacked Saraya I gotta remember that pronunciation. Saraya attacked Mariah May before the match. Saraya beat her with, I don't know what she's calling it now, but it used to be called a PTO.
Oh, okay.
What was good is Saraya had her
Crazy that Saraya's on TV.
yeah,
Like
and had a
wrestling.
match.
Yeah.
I know. So Tony Storm was on commentary, and a few times on commentary, she said that Mariah's gonna knock the tits off of her. I love Tony Storm. This is so
He's
good.
excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mariah looked over to Tony for like advice while she was stuck in the PTO. Clearly couldn't get out of it. You can't move in that before she finally verbally tapped out. After the match, Saraya and Harley Cameron.
Close enough.
Right. They attack Tony Storm, then pair off until Mina comes out to break it up. After that, Tony and Mina kind of have this little mini war over Mariah May, where they're each like pulling her into like a little hug.
I believe a position that many would love to find ourselves in were they single men, such as you, obviously.
Correct.
Yes. What an enviable position.
Indeed. Definitely. Like Tony Storm said, bosom.
It's warm, man.
Yeah.
Man,
got my trusty ice pack here, keeping
Yeah.
me nice and cool.
Blood pressure's going up. All right.
So the AEW women's title situation is very interesting. I like what's going on. This is fun.
As long as Tony's a champion, I'm fine. You know,
Absolutely.
everything's okay.
Yep.
Oh,
So we had a Mercedes Amane vignette.
Oh, no wrestling this week.
Nah, no wrestling this week.
Basically, let me guess. I'm the best. I make history. I'm gonna beat that other person title for title. I think it is the lady that challenged her last week. So
yeah, it is title for title.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had, where is it? There was the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, BCC.
Let's see. Is this a match?
Oh.
There's this whole segment here. I have a block here. That's not a match. Blackpool Combat Club had a match. Where is it? Did I not write it down?
It's okay. Oh, you need to know.
Oh, right? It was okay. It was Blackpool Combat Club versus members of CMLL.
Okay.
Volador Jr. is the only one of the four that I knew, and the only one that I remember from the match. But
we'll go with that.
Huh?
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Volador apparently at some point lost his mask. I hadn't heard about that. I don't follow CMLL, but I remember him from like the WCW days.
Oh, interesting.
So he's an OG. But it was a fun match. It was held under CMLL rules, so it was like tornado style. So like if a legal guy leaves the ring, one of his partners is just legal. Whoever gets in. So that was a fun match. BCC won after the match. There was a brief promo. Backstage, Bryan Danielson put over Wheeler Yuta because Yuta got the pin on, might have been Volador, I don't know, with the seatbelt, which is his, like his roll-up jammy. And Danielson basically said he's happy for Wheeler Yuta. Glad he can return, get the W. 8 months ago, he told everyone in his career that this would be his last year as a full-time wrestler, and that would be the most epic year of his career. But he's lost to Christian, then he lost in the Continental Classic, then he lost to Okada, and he's lost every big match. And the straw that broke the camel's back was losing at Anarchy in the Arena. He saw how fired up Yuta was to come back and realized that his last year isn't over yet. And when Tony Khan announced that the winner of the Owen gets a shot at the world title at All In, he realized this is his last shot, and it's the best shot of his career, and he's going out on top.
All right, great. That's an excellent way. Unless you got really important notes from AEW, because we're at an hour and Battleground is tomorrow.
We are at an hour. Just last thing, main event, Swerve versus Roddy. Yes, it was as good as you would expect.
Terrific. I'm glad Swerve pulled out that one. What a victory. We can all swerve while we drive.
That's right.
And the dancing, not while we're driving, guys,
Right.
please. Responsible people, please.
Mhm.
Look, we're almost out of time, but I would be remiss if we did not discuss some SmackDown business. Real quick, AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes, I Quit match, Clash at the Castle.
That's
There's
big.
no way AJ wins this.
No.
It's like the only thing that could maybe stop that is a no contest or one of those shenanigan things that we're gonna hate anyway.
Yeah.
So
Big face like Cody can't lose that.
no, that's gonna be AJ. It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason it shouldn't be. So that's out of the way. Logan Paul not there. Tetris tournament. I didn't know there was one.
I didn't get the
And
memo.
he's got no time for LA Knight. So
Yeah.
LA Knight put away Carmelo Hayes, which damn. Okay, good. Fine with me. Let's talk Bloodline business because we never not talk about Bloodline business. But before we do Bloodline business, before we do that, and it's not just that, we got to talk about Nia Jax slipping on soda. That shit was hilarious. Meechin shows up after Tiffy time. Says to Nia that she's the princess of the ring. She's the queen of the ring. I got your back, girl. You were my pick to win. That wasn't me, which I thought was indicative of her character. And Meechin comes after the Toodles, and Nia Jax disrespects Meechin, and Meechin throws a drink in her face, which is the lady thing to do. And yeah, Nia Jax slipped not once, but twice on the soda. The second time was when they tried to help get her back. It's so funny. It's so funny. But yeah, Nia Jax is she's gonna destroy Meechin probably. She's gonna annihilate her. It's not gonna be good. It's bad. It's really bad, guys.
What they're doing with Nia is she's gonna lose. She's gonna win every match except the title matches until they're ready for her to actually win the title finally.
Piper Niven's promo outside of the idiots, the inbreds with the what? Which they admitted to being. I didn't say it. They said it. Because she said inbred say what, and they did it.
They might not have understood her, which works.
I understood her perfectly fine. I love accents. Wherever they were, bunch of backward yokels, unless you subscribe to the Basement Bookers podcast, in which case you're awesome and immune to any of that criticism there. That's neither here nor there. That's ridiculous.
That's right.
Leave a like, subscribe.
4 Scots on the card for Clash at the Castle in Scotland.
That's right. Don't forget about Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, who we've missed very much. It's just unfortunate for them what's going to occur to them. And the disrespect that these ladies have been receiving, they really haven't been getting to do nothing. Like, you make room for them, or we're going to have a problem. All right? I'm going to complain about it on the internet. And you don't want that. So, that is a good thing. Bailey was great on that. Piper was great talking about her history. You don't know shit about me. Let me tell you something.
Yep. That was well done.
Roman Reigns is missed. I can't stand Solo. I can't stand his ass. I don't like how he's treating the wise man. And bro, not to sound like your least favorite person, but bro, when Roman Reigns comes back, if there's a roof, it is going to blow off. If there is no roof, because it should be a stadium anyway, it will change the weather. It will impact the atmosphere.
The Roman Reigns will fall on the plains.
Dude, when Roman comes back, that babyface run, which it feels like with where we're headed, is gonna be what it's gonna be what was supposed to be. You know, the face run that was supposed to be.
Yep.
Roman Reigns Unchained. I can't wait. I can't wait. The threatening to put the Wise Man in a one-on-one match
With Tama Tonga?
the right-hand man. Are they right-hand men now?
No, it's just the one.
Okay.
It's got to be a hierarchy.
It's interesting though, like, because we all know like Heyman's relationship with Haku, but like his relationship with his sons, it seems adversarial. You know, because he knows what they're about. You know, he doesn't like how they operate.
It's like he'd roll with them outside the business, but they're too dangerous to be within the business.
Yeah.
And I really like the way they're positioning Heyman here. It's like he was working for like the old Godfather, and now these new guys come in and they don't have the respect for the business, for the family business. They just go out and they just do violence willy
It's
nilly.
like having two Joe Pesci's.
Yeah.
Like in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
There you go.
Talking to me? Are you talking to me?
No, it's like, am I a clown or something? Like I abused you or something?
Yeah, whichever.
Yeah.
I saw Goodfellas.
Yeah, you did a long time ago, probably.
The one time I got to see it again, it was very good. But
you need to see Iron Claw.
Yeah, I know. I know. But like just Heyman selling, just being in over his head, rather like him really not wanting to be doing business with people of this level of violence. Like with the story, like with Roman, that it was smarter violence. You threaten, you threaten, you threaten, and then if they don't comply, then you deliver the beat down.
Yeah, because I warned you.
Yeah, it's kind of like old school to new school mafia.
Because he kind of did that with Kevin Owens, if you think about it. He's like, nobody cares about you. Get out of here. He's just trying to get rid of him. You know, and then he had to do the thing. He had to do the do. You know, it was only after. Which is why part of why Sammy turned it makes it more compelling. Because like he knows that Roman is normally a composed person, and what he was about to do to Kevin Owens is going over the line. He's trying to, you know, it's not only because he knows him and he cares about him, but because he knows that's a line that he probably shouldn't cross.
Yeah. So I wonder if Bloodline versus Bloodline happens at Survivor Series. Could be 3-on-3, maybe 4-on-4 if they add a fourth. Like if
plenty of time.
Solo, Tonga, and Tongaloa add a fourth, I don't know who it would be. You could get Roman, Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy.
That would be great.
Versus Bloodline.
Yeah, real quick. Speaking of that, Jimmy J declared himself the King of the Ring. Also Naomi declared herself not King of the Ring, Money in the Bank. Naomi has declared herself for Money in the Bank as well. Just forgot about that. Sorry.
Yes, it's important things here.
That's some Bloodline shit right there. But yeah, it's gonna be great. They will add another person, definitely. Hopefully nothing happens.
Could be Jacob Fatu.
I think it should be. We discussed him here. We showed him here. Dangerous looking fella. I think he would fit perfectly with that. And with that, Rich The Riz, I got a question.
Yep.
Now, the Street Profits and Kevin Owens thing, do you think that at first it was going to be Bobby Lashley involved in this before he got hurt? Or did they do this to pivot? In other words, was it always going to be Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline, or was it going to be the Street Profits and Bobby versus the Bloodline?
Probably Street Profits and Bobby, but tagging in KO makes sense because of his history with the Bloodline.
True. Okay, good. Just that I don't know, that cross pollinated in my mind with stuff like that. So, was there anything else you wanted to from SmackDown? Because you take copious notes, and I want to make sure you get everything out there. Because we're doing fine. I don't really have to do much except add the one picture. So
The only other thing is I can't wait for Bianca and Jade to drop the titles and then feud, and then we get the Jade heel run that we need.
Oh, you don't think Bianca Belair would go heel? You discount that totally?
It shouldn't be Bianca to go heel.
Hmm.
Bianca, so before Jade came in and they pair the two up, I was saying Bianca needs some sort of refresh, maybe a heel turn. With Jade coming in, I know Jade is a better heel than she is a face. So have Jade turn on Bianca. It will be enough of a change for Bianca, for her character, to make her interesting again to have a feud with Jade, because it's not something we've seen before.
Yeah. I don't mind that because it makes we've seen Bianca Belair be a heel on
Mhm.
NXT,
Yep.
and we've seen Jade Cargill as a heel on AEW, but not
Mhm.
here.
Right.
That yeah. You know what? I'm on that team now. Speaking of on that team, Rich The Riz, let's get out of here.
All right.
We gotta get this show up for Battleground picks and predictions. You know, they gotta know. I even
Battleground.
forgot. I forgot, man. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Battleground coming up. So let us know your picks for Battleground down below. What match you most looking forward to? All down below. Also down below is the link to our Patreon, which has all our social links. And Jay's got a party message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the booker.